taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. Stand up for mine. You better believe it, cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. I'm giving you a chance, you see boy. The devil in a glance, boy. The devil in a glance, I can knock you out your pants, boy. Knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to UltimateDirtTV and Team Victory Lane Racing. Tonight, round number 3 of the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle, the UMP Modifieds. Tonight, we come to the house that Earl built, live from the virtual Rossburg, Ohio's Eldora Speedway. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Alex Robertson. Alex, welcome back to round number 3 of the VLR Summer Sizzle. We get set for qualifying on the program. The question is, can Blake Matjoulis, can he pick up 3 wins in a row? Or will the likes of Evan C., maybe Felix Roy, Dylan Hauser, Hayden Beerline? I mean, there's a whole bunch of drivers, even Alex Bergeron, that can take out the win here tonight. The question is, can Matjoulis go back to back to back?
That is the big question, but you know what? If you look here, look at qualifying right now. Jay Place with quick time, 16.357. Evan C., Howard Weaver, your top 3 here. Howard Weaver, you know, had some tough breaks over the first 2 weeks. Now he sits third quick right now in qualifying, but here he is. Your first 2 races, he is the winner of the 127. Blake Matjoulis goes second quick, 16.361 for Blake Matjoulis. So again, look at that top 5 there, and you see a lot of VLR.
To say that I'm surprised, well, no, I'm not really surprised, because we all know when you got some of the best drivers on the service in the team and in the corner, you know they come out swinging each and every week. One driver who was nice to see up there, Howard Weaver, 4th quick at the moment. Bergeron, 16.576. Yeah, he's down in 20th position. That is a whole lot of placings between himself and Jay Place. But now I tell you what, we're set for an absolute belter of a night here for round number 3. Of course, we'll take a look at the schedule here in just a few moments' time. But gotta say, Alex Bergeron, well, not the start to the night that he would have liked, as we'll take a look at your official qualifying results, and we'll take a look at Jay Place goes quick time with a 16.357, 4/1000ths of a second quicker than the man that's gone 2 for 2 so far. And it's been a case of he's been top 5 in qualifying throughout the opening couple of weeks, but come those heat races, it's all been about Blake Matjoulis and how he's been able to move forward. And as we'll have 4 heat races on the program. The pole sitters will be Jay Place, Blake Matjoulis, Evan C., Howard Weaver, Devin Morgan rounds out your top 5, as we'll take a look here at your UltimateDirtTV starting grid. And it's a pair of Team VLR drivers. Jay Place, the 16, will start from position number 1, but he's outside piloting the 112. It is Devin Morgan, position number 2.
In that 3rd spot, it's the 91. That's Felix Roy to the outside, the 26 of Dylan Hauser.
Brett New will pilot the 144 machine from position number 5, and Hayden Beerline, the 13A, will start from position at number 6.
But in that 42, he will start 7th to the outside. In the 8th spot, it is Zane Yost.
Let me go back to Jacob Leverstein in that 777 machine. He'll start position number 9, and Dustin Hall for Slick Sim Sports will pilot the 331 out of position number 10. We'll take a look at the schedule here. What has so far been 2 weeks? Volusia Speedway Park and Cedar Lake, where Blake Matjoulis and Evan C. both went 1 and 2 in the opening 2 weeks. Eldora Speedway, of course, tonight as we get the 1 to green signal. Next couple of weeks, we'll go to Kokomo and Knoxville. We'll take a week off and finish off at the dirt track at Charlotte for the final of a 6-week season for the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle, presented by CFM Esports and Team Victory Lane Racing. Alex, we're set for a start, this time by...
Here we go, heat race number 1. Keep an eye out. There's a lot of big names in this heat race here. Some will go on to the feature event. Some will go to those LCQs later on tonight. But heat race number 1 is green, with Jay Place leading us into turn 1 and 2.
Jay Place is going to lead down the back straightaway for the first time tonight. Devin Morgan runs in 2nd. Beerline 3rd. Yost. Now it's only the top 3 that are going straight through to the main event. Everybody else will be set into, I believe, 2 last chance qualifiers. Jay Place leads lap number 1. Devin Morgan runs 2nd. Beerline holding off Felix Roy and Zane Yost. But here comes Morgan now down to the inside on Jay Place. Here's a battle for the lead off turn number 4. Alex and Devin Morgan on the inside. Tight at the line. I'm going to give that one to Morgan.
Devin Morgan now takes the race lead over Jay Place here with a little slide job into 1 and 2. Jay Place goes to the inside here. The two VLR teammates going at it here once again. Remember last week, these two had some battles throughout the night, and it keeps going here to Eldora Speedway, where Jay Place now leads lap number 3.
Jay Place at the moment, Morgan and Bielan, that's your top 3. Yost on the inside again of Felix Roy. Felix Roy was superb in the opening week of the season at Volusia. Now here comes Brent New in the 44 machine to the inside. Going to make some contact there with Yost. Oh boy, there's some contact. Couple of cars around. First yellow of the night. Tough break. Off you go.
Dylan Hauser, it looks like, involved in that one. So, first caution of the night here. Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. We're going to take a look here and check out the chaos that unfolded back here as you see him go down the front straightaway, trying to take it 3 wide there down the front straight into turn 1 and 2. And then something gives as everyone squeezes up and a lot of contact being made there. 3 cars all have some major damage now.
Well, that will bring on the first caution of the night here at the virtual Eldora Speedway. Ranks number 1 of the Team Victory Lane Racing on the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle. Again, big thanks to, of course, the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop, Team Victory Lane Racing, and CFM Esports. So talking to a number of drivers before they entered the pit area tonight, and they were pretty confident in how they were going to get around here. Some drivers are feeling confident, but they've all got to try and beat the likes of Blake Matjoulis, Evan C. I mean, Alex Bergeron's going to be one to watch, but right now, Jay Place, Devin Morgan, they're really showing the way here in the opening heat race of the night.
Those two keep an eye on that battle for the lead, but look who's in that third place spot right now, the 13A of Aiden Beerline, but you look behind him, the likes of Zane Yost, Dustin Hall, Levenstein, Felix Roy, all those cars still trying to make a chance here to make the dance later on tonight. Aiden Beerline holds on to that final spot, but he's going to be under pressure by some very well-known veterans here in the UMP ranks.
Here we go, restart. We'll complete lap number 5. We'll start lap 6, meaning 3 laps left to go here in the opening heat race of the night. Who will start on pole for tonight's 50-lap main event? We're going to see a slick racetrack by the time we get to the end of the consolation races. Then during the warm-up session, we'll have a track reset and give these drivers a couple of minutes to wear the track in for a 50-lap main event. Green flag is back out on the racetrack. Devin Morgan now trying to peek to the inside. Yost now to the outside on Beerline. Yost just gets into the back of Morgan. That allows Beerline to sneak up on the inside, sneak to position number 2. And now coming after your race leader of Jay Place through turns 1 and 2. But Morgan back to the outside on Beerline. Yost will swing to the outside on Beerline as well. This time by Alex. White flag is out. 1 to run.
Zane Yost to the outside once more on Aiden Beerline. Here a little contact being made 3 wide for the second spot. Yost has second right now. That battle for the third spot as well is on Aiden Beerline. Now drops back to 4th. Devin Morgan, Zane Yost side by side. Those two go for your second spot. Jay Place going to win heat race number 1. Zane Yost going to get him by a nose over Devin Morgan for that second spot. And again, Devin Morgan takes home your third and final transfer.
All right, your official results coming up on your screen here in the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle, presented by Team Victory Lane Racing and CFM Esports. Jay Place gets the win ahead of Zane Yost in second by 3/1000ths of a second. Devin Morgan third. Those 3 drivers automatically going straight to the 50-lap main event. Aiden Beerline, Dylan Hauser, Felix Roy, Jacob Leverstein, Dustin Hall, Hunter Butts, and Brent New will be all going to a last chance showdown. Heat number 2, Alex, let's take a look at your starting grid as Blake Matjoulis will drive the 127 for D1RT Racing from position number 1. To his outside, the Team Victory Lane Racing number 48. That is Dylan Yeager, position number 2.
Starting in the third spot, it is Slam Sim Sports Mason Lob. To the outside, it is Dustin Momberket.
Row number 3 on the inside. Out of position number 5, it'll be Barrett Bishop. He pilots car number 3. Colby Horner will line up out of position number 6.
Starting in the 7th spot, it's the 8 of Austin Hunter. Starting 8th, it is going to be Tyler Knight from Texas.
Let me go back to the 5th and final row. Casey Huggins will start out of position at number 9. And Kevin Williamson will start car number 5 from position number 10. And Alex, I believe we had Casey Huggins and Kevin Williamson not make the call. So 8 cars set to do battle around Eldora Speedway. Heat race number 2 of 4.
But now, here's where the deal comes down to it. You have Blake Matjoulis, you have Dylan Yeager on that front row here. But look at the jump Matjoulis got here as heat race number 2 is underway. Blake Matjoulis at 127 machine got a phenomenal jump. And Dylan Yeager, you're already under pressure, bud. As Mason Lob comes to the inside here. That's your battle for second. Barrett Bishop, Dustin Momberket right behind him here. Again, 3 cars go on to the show. The rest go to last chance qualifiers.
Matjoulis-Seay and Lob run 1, 2, and 3. Bishop holds on to position 4. Momberket and Hunter go side by side through turns 3 and 4. Hunter slides up in front of Momberket. 3 wide as Bishop on the outside. The battle is still on for positions 2 and 3. Lob to the inside on Yeager. Yeager back to the outside. Yeager trying to get a run in that 48 machine. Move Yeager back to position number 2.
Dylan Yeager, Mason Lob go at it here again. Lob on the inside there. Remember, Dylan Yeager, we're known to see him run that bottom side. Here again, Lob on the end. He's up top now. Mason Lob using the advantage on the bottom side to keep a run as now that battle for second between Dylan Yeager, Mason Lob heat up some more as there's Barrett Bishop now. Barrett Bishop and Momberket, those two catching up very closely. We might have a 4, maybe 5 car battle for that second spot. Dylan Yeager out in front in that second spot. Mason Lob goes to the inside once more. Their battle for second still on here for 5 down. Dylan Yeager out in front. Mason Lob in that third spot. Blake Matjoulis, we haven't talked about him much in heat race number 2 here as he's been out in front, going, see you later. At 127 looks to punch his ticket to the front row of the A main event here. Dylan Yeager, Mason Lob still side by side for your second spot. Barrett Bishop, Austin Hunter, they have the best seats in the house to watch this happen as Dylan Yeager once more on the top side here. White flag in the air. Final lap, who's going to take home this second spot? Dylan Yeager, Mason Lob, side by side once more. Lob holds the inside, Yeager up top as that top side looks to be working for the 48. The 48 goes to the bottom side, slides up now. Dylan Yeager, Matjoulis is going to win. Yeager second, Mason Lob comes home in third. So Blake Matjoulis, Dylan Yeager, and Mason Lob go on to the feature event here. Barrett Bishop, Austin Hunter, Dustin Momberket, Colby Horner, Tyler Knight, Casey Huggins, and Kevin Williamson will go to a last chance qualifier in just a little bit. Heat race number 3, the starting grid is on the board. And starting on the pole for Team VLR, the 33 of Evan C. To the outside, it will be Team VLR's Brent Carter. Hollander will start third in that 34 for Team VLR. D1RT Racing 84, it's Clay Devin. CJ Howe will start 5th in the number 2. To the outside from Indiana, the 24, that's Jack Ritz. Zach McSwain in the 25 will start 7th. 8th, it's D1RT's 44. That's John Ruggiero Jr. Scooter Black in the 29 starts 9th. And 10th, it'll be the 727. That's William Eads. So here we go. Heat race number 3. Evan C. Brent Carter, 2 VLR cars on the front row of this one. You had VLR take heat race number 1 with Jay Place. Blake Matjoulis takes heat race number 2. Will be a VLR car parking it in victory lane here for heat race number 3. Or can someone like Paul Hollander, Clay Debin, Jack Ritz even knock off these VLR powerhouses here in this heat race? Or is it going to be Evan C. or Brent Carter taking home a heat race victory? 33 and the 69 machine. Your front row pace truck is off. Green flag of heat race number 3 is out. Evan C in the 33 off to a good start as under pressure already. Brent Carter by Paul Hollander. Hollander in that 8 machine goes to the inside of the 69 of Brent Carter. Side by side those two go. And Evan C already looks like his co-partner there of Blake Matjoulis, the counterpart basically of those two. They do the same thing and they do it at the best. Evan C right now out in front. Now Brent Carter, he drops back to the 3rd spot there under pressure by Clay Devin. Devin to the inside of the 69. That is your battle for the 3rd and final transfer spot. CJ Howe in the mix as well. Paul Hollander, he is in 2nd as again 4 cars battling it out for your 2 final spots. Here's Evan C starting to pull away from the rest of the field. At 33 for VLR, Evan C is out in front. Paul Hollander in 2nd, Brent Carter 3rd as lap number 3 is in the book.
Lap number 3 is in the book right now. Working on lap number 4, heat race number 3, our penultimate heat race of the night. Evan C, can he get the jump done? He's got a bit of a gap. Then we go back to 3 wide action. Hollander on the outside, Carter right through the middle, and Clay Devin working down low. CJ Howe running back there in position number 5. Meanwhile, Jack Reitz, Zach McSwain, they go side by side, but the battle is on between Carter on the inside in the 69 machine. In that Selena truck stop number 69 for Team Victory Lane Racing. You had Paul Hollander back to the outside. Hollander back to 2nd spot right now. 3 laps left to run, Alex.
Evan C has led every lap so far here in heat race number 3 for that 33 machine. Paul Hollander right now still on the edge here, battling it out with Brent Carter, as Carter now has gone. He started 2nd, he went to 3rd, he went back all the way to 5th, and now he's back up into a transfer spot here. But Clay Deb and Zach McSwain, they are not giving up just yet. They are coming after that 69 machine with the white flag coming out this time by for Evan C.
Evan C looks very, very good here in heat race number 3. He will lead down through turn number 1 and 2. You go back to Hollander in 2nd. Got a car length over that 69 of Brent Carter, but into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag will wave. Evan C will get the job done in heat number 3. Paul Hollander home in 2nd. Brent Carter 3rd. Then we'll go back and take a look at the rest of the field with your unofficial results. Clay Devin, Zach McSwain right out the top 5. John Ruggiero 6. CJ Howell, Jack Reed, Scooter Black, and William Eads. As here it is. Heat number 3 results coming up on your screen. The Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle, presented by Team Victory Lane Racing and CFM Esports. Evan C gets the win. Hollander, Carter goes 2nd and 3rd. Devin, McSwain, Ruggiero Jr., Howell, Reeds, Black, and Eads. Your 4th and final heat race coming up, Alex, and well, what a front row this is going to be. The 07 of Howard Weaver will start from position number 1. He's outside piloting the 0 machine. It's the pretty boy of Damien Kiefer.
Matthew Selby will start in the 3rd spot in that 46 machine. To the outside, it's Kyle Miller.
Row 3 on the inside for Team ABR Esports, driving car number 12. That is Alex Bergeron out of position number 5. And to his outside for Team Outlaw Motorsports, it's the 32B of BJ Duval, position at number 6.
Starting in 7th, it's the 72 of Mike Augustine. Starting 8th, it's going to be the 51 of Dixon Slinger. And rounding out the field, the 35, it's Benjamin Burke.
That is heat race number 4 lineup, and we had 10 cars in the first 3 heats. We have 9 in heat race number 4, giving us a total of 39 cars. However, 2 of the cars from, I think it was heat number 1 or 2, Alex, did not make the, I think it was heat number 2, so they did not make the call. So we are looking at 37 cars in total that have basically come out onto the racetrack for heat racing action. But a total of 39 cars signed into the pit area. And we'll dwindle the field down to just 24, which I believe will take the top 6 from B main number 1 and B main number 2. If there is a 3rd B main, well then we'll take 4 from each of those B main. But here we go, heat number 4. Howard Weaver gets us up underway. Green flag is out, we're underway. Damien Kiefer, Matthew Selby. Now Bergeron looking to the inside, going to make it 3 wide. Bergeron down low through turns number 1 and 2. Kiefer around the outside. Selby goes right through the middle. Slide job, looking for 2 for the price of 1. Oh, Bergeron gets into the left rear quarter panel of Howard Weaver. No harm, no foul. The only harm was to the 12 of Alex Bergeron. Back to the inside, but here comes Kiefer coming after Weaver now.
There comes that machine of Damian Kiefer. Kiefer to the inside. Here comes a slide job for the lead. Damian Kiefer, Howard Weaver. Now Bergeron back in the mix here. 3-car battle for your top spot. Even Matjoulis-Seay in the mix here as Howard Weaver, Damian Kiefer, Alex Bergeron all going at it right now. Howard Weaver holds on to your lead. Here comes Damian Kiefer now to the outside. Side by side they go. Here's Bergeron to the inside. These 3 cars going at it for your top spot.
Weaver down the low side, Bergeron down lower, down through turns 1 and 2, and Kiefer rails the cushion. Now Kiefer 3/4 away out, sliding it up. No, Weaver goes right through the middle, and now we'll lose position number 2 to Alex Bergeron. Kiefer still railing up on the top side of the racetrack. Bergeron doing what Alex Bergeron does best and just rolls the bottom side. 5 down this time by 3 laps remaining here in heat race number 4, your 4th and final heat race of the night. It's still Kiefer, Bergeron and Weaver running 1, 2 and 3. They've got a gap back to Matjoulis-Seay, Kyle Miller, Dixon, Slinger, Benjamin Burke and BJ Duval. Still the 8 cars left on the racetrack as here comes Weaver looking down low on the inside of Bergeron. Popsicle sticks around Alex, 2 to run.
Damian Kiefer holds on to the lead. Alex Bergeron, Howard Weaver going at it for the second spot. Howard Weaver on the bottom, Bergeron up top, but they're both catching up to Damian Kiefer there in your top spot. Alex Bergeron, though, he is in the second spot. Howard Weaver to the inside once more. Those two going at it side by side. White flag in the air.
1 lap to go for Damian Kiefer. Will Bergeron get a run down the back straight away? He gets a good run out of turn number 2. Kiefer's going to protect the bottom side down into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, Bergeron stays low, looks to get a run on the inside. No, Kiefer will hold on for a win in heat number 4. Good race between Kiefer, Bergeron and Weaver for the majority of that heat 4. We'll take a look here in just a couple of seconds time and wait for the timing and scoring. Just to confirm, there is only 2 B mains on the program. And we'll take a look at your starting grid here in just a moment. But Damian Kiefer gets the job done by 0.071 of a second over Alex Bergeron in second. Howard Weaver third. He's going straight to the show. Those top 3 will go straight to the show. Miller, Selby, Burke, Slinger, Duval and Augustine all going to one of 2 last chance showdowns. As let's take a look. It's going to be 12 laps the distance. And your top 6 from B main number 1 and B main number 2, Alex, are going to go through. Take a look at Aiden Beerline piloting the 13A. He'll start from position at number 1. Position number 2 for D1RT Racing. It's the 84 of Clay Devon.
Dylan Hauser will start in the 3rd spot to the outside. It's the 25. That's Zach McSwain.
Row 3 on the inside. Out of position at number 5. He was one of the hard chargers from week number 1 at Volusia. It's the 91 of Felix Roy. And to his outside, the 44 for D1RT Racing. It's John Ruggiero Jr.
Justin Leverstein in the 777 will start 7th to the outside. It's the 2. That's CJ Howe.
Then we go back to row number 5 on the inside. The 331 for Slick Sim Sports. It's Dustin Hall out of position number 9. Out of position number 10. It's the 777 of Jack Reitz.
Starting in the 11th spot, the 42. That is Hunter Butts. 12th, it's going to be the D1RT entry of Scooter Black. And rounding out the field, the 144, it is Brent New.
13 cars, top 6 are going through to the main event. This will, of course, line up the inside row, Alex. And if you're 7th on back, well, it's time to get ready for next week at the Kokomo Speedway. And the last time that the VLR UMP modifieds were at Kokomo, I think that was for 50 laps, maybe even 60. I think there might have been maybe just the 1 caution in that one. So looking forward already to next week. But before we even get through to next week, we're still going to worry about the next 7 days. But we're also going to worry about B main number 1 and B main number 2 to find out who is going through to the main event here in week number 3. Beerline will lead the field through turn number 1 and 2. Felix Roy, Dylan Hauser now going to try and make it 3 wide for the top 3 spots. Leverstone on the inside of Devon. That's your top 5. And Zach McSwain holds on to the final transfer position. Then you go back and take a look at Dustin Hall, John Ruggiero Jr. as well. CJ Howe. There's a lot of talented drivers outside the top 6, Alex. But right now, Dustin Hall is going to battle with Zach McSwain for the final transfer spot. Meanwhile, Beerline, look at me, here comes Hauser to the outside on Felix Roy. My, oh my, we're 3 wide into turns 1 and 2 again.
You see that they are 3 wide, 2 by 2 there. 2 straight rows of 3 wide action. A little contact back there. And Felix Roy now, he was just in second. Now he's back up as he's into fourth. He dropped all the way back to sixth there. So watch that young man from Canada. Felix Roy has some problems as he is up top there, but he has everyone else. Jacob Leverstein, Zach McSwain, John Ruggiero Jr., Dustin Hall, as you look at the battle for the transfer spot between Ruggiero Jr., Ritz, Butts, and Hall. All these cars battling it out.
There was a moment where they were 4 and nearly 5 wide. Oh, look out, the 42 of Hunter Butts straight into Dustin Hall. In the 331 machine, we go back up towards third and fourth position. Felix Roy, Jacob Leverstein, Zach McSwain, 3, 4, and 5. Meanwhile, Dylan Hauser getting a little tight there on the cushion through 1 and 2. Beeline going to tap him once, going to tap him twice, and put the till around. Oh my, some controversy here. Right around the midway point of this last chance qualifier. Let's take a look. We've seen it happen live, but we'll take a look anyway. To Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. The 13A of Aiden Beerline. Didn't get Hauser once. He got a good run. Just got him loose there. And tried to get on the binders. But unfortunately, Dylan Hauser goes around and, oh, Hunter Butts. Maybe a little come of that 42 machine after fencing someone a couple of laps to go. Ends up upside down. And tough break for Hauser. Tough break for Hunter Butts. But of course, tough break there for Aiden Beerline as well.
Now look who's up to second once more. Felix Roy, remember, he went from second all the way back to sixth. Back up now to the second spot. Hopefully that young man can hold it. But look at the top two here. 2 young drivers in this field, maybe the 2 youngest drivers in this field with CJ Howell as well. Those 2 are up front in transfer spots. And for someone like Aiden Beerline, he's not a UMP guy, but he's holding his own here against guys like Felix Roy, Zach McSwain, Ruggiero Jr. So it's an impressive party for him, but Felix Roy looking to make the show for 3 consecutive weeks.
Well, who knows what's going to happen here over these next 6 laps. We see that Aiden Beerline, well, I mean, I would have thought, looking at it live and looking at the replay, again, I'm not in race control shoes, but looking at that, I would have thought that the 13A would have surely been sent to the tail end of the field, but not the case to be at this stage. The lights are still flashing here on the iRacing.com page, although things could change here in just a few moments' time, and we'll certainly keep an eye on where the 13A decides to go. If we see him pulling down to the bottom side of the racetrack, we'll start to see cars move around to the outside. No doubt that we'll take a good guess at where that 13A is going. At the moment, Alex, the lights are out on the pace truck and looks like we are set for a restart this time by. We'll try and keep an eye on that pace truck, and good shot down the back straightaway of the field coming
through. Here we go on this restart. It's Felix Roy, Aiden Beerline. That is your front row. As pace truck is off, green flag is out. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 6 more laps to go in this LCQ number 1. Felix Roy as right there with Aiden Beerline. So is Zach McSwain and Leverstein going at it side by side. That is for your 3rd spot right now. But again, keep your eye on that 6th spot. Brent New, Jack Ritz. They're going at it in the back there. That is your battle for the 6th spot, but there's Jacob Leverstein right there. He is now battling it out with John Ruggiero Jr. for D1RT, that 44 machine, trying to duck into the inside of Leverstein. Leverstein now goes to the inside of Zach McSwain, side by side, but talking about the battle for the lead. Aiden Beerline, Felix Roy going at it side by side. That is the 13A of Aiden Beerline in the top side, the yellow machine on the bottom. That is Felix Roy in the 91. Those 2 going at it side by side. Your battle for the lead heating up. Your battle for the 3rd spot and 4th spot heating up as well. And usually back there for the transfer spot, everyone is fighting to go into the show.
Yeah, Beerline's comfortably out in front up on the top side of the racetrack. Here comes the 25 of Zach McSwain now. He'll pass Felix Roy 4 positions. Number 2, Roy back to 3rd. Jacob Leverstein in that 777 machine in 4th. Make that 5th as John Ruggiero gets by him as Leverstein just got into the concrete wall. CJ Howell in the number 2 machine on the bubble right now with a lap and a half to go. We're in position at number 6. Brent New, the first car to miss out, along with Jack Reed, Dylan Hauser, Scooter Black, Dustin Hall, Hunter Butts. and then Clay Devon. The white flag is out. Beerline, good 3-car length advantage over Zach McSwain through turn number 1 and 2, and down the back straight away for the final time for B main number 1. Here at Eldora, the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle. Aiden Beerline will get the win. Second will go to Zach McSwain. Felix Roy in third. Rogerio fourth. Then we go back to Jacob Leverstein. CJ Howe, good battle for 5 and 6. And the rest of the field at this stage, that is unofficial. As we wait for the final car to come across the start-finish line here at the virtual Eldora Speedway. B main number 1 is complete. Let's take a look at your official results. The official top 6 going through: Aiden Beerline, Zach McSwain, Felix Roy, John Rogerio Jr., Jacob Leverstein. CJ Howe will get that final transfer position. Have a look at Jack Reitz and Brent New. A dead heat across the line for 7th and 8th, so they're both going to go home as quick as each other. Dylan Hauser going home along with Scooter Black, Dustin Hall, Hunter Butts, and Clay Devon. The last chance qualifier, B main number 2, Alex, is Barrett Bishop will start from position number 1. Kyle Miller will line up to his outside out of position number 2.
Austin Hunter will start third in that 8 machine to the outside. It's the 46. That's Matthew Selby.
Dustin Mumberket will pilot the Team Victory Lane Racing number 16 from position number 5. And Benjamin Burke will start from position number 6.
Colby Horner in the 15 will start 7th to the outside. It's the 51 of Dixon Slinger.
Tyler Knight will start from position number 9. And BJ Duval for Team Outlaw Motorsports will start the 32 from position number 10.
Starting in the 11th spot, it's Casey Huggins, and 12th, it's the 72, that's Mike Augustine.
Kevin Williamson lines up out of position number 13. William Eads lines up out of position at number 14. And Alex, we got confirmation Mike Augustine, Kevin Williamson did not make the call for B main at number 2, the last chance qualifier. It's going to be 12 cars for 12 laps, and just like we've seen in B main number 1, Alex, we'll take the top 6, so half of this field on the racetrack is going through to the 50-lap main event. The other half, unfortunately, well, it'll be time to pack it up and get ready for week number 4 next week at the virtual Kokomo Speedway.
So again, you think about this, these top 6 from this B main will join the likes of Jay Place, Devin Morgan, Blake Majolas, Dylan Yeager, Evan Seed, Kiefer, Bergeron, Weaver. 6 more cars will join that field for the A main event, and the green flag is out for your final last chance qualifier of the night. Barrett Bishop going to lead us down the back straightaway. Austin Hunter second. Kyle Miller has some company as Matthew Selby, Dixon Slinger, Dustin Omberket, all battling it out right now, not trying to be the 6th guy on the field.
Well, it's Dixon Slinger on the bubble spot along with Dustin Momberket. They battle side by side. Selby on the outside of Miller. They go side by side through turn number 3 and 4. Selby getting a run on the top side of the racetrack, tucked in behind the 8 of Austin Hunter as they follow your race leader Barrett Bishop through turns 1 and 2. Kyle Miller down low. Here comes the 50 for Momentum Sim Sports at SpeedShop51.com. Entry of Dixon Slinger going to make it 3 wide through turn number 3 and 4. Dustin Momberket just alone by himself in 6th position. He's about to have Colby Horner. PJ Duval closing the gap there on the final transfer spot, but the battle is on between Selby, Slinger, and Miller, as Miller now going to slip back to position 5 as Momberket holds on to 6th spot on the racetrack.
Dustin Momberket right now holds on to the 6th spot, but Colby Horner, BJ Duval, he's battling it out with Benjamin Burke right now, trying to get their way up to that 6th spot of Dustin Momberket. Remember that 32 machine came so close last week, 1 spot short of making that final transfer spot to the feature event. This week he's looking for redemption, but he has to get by Colby Horner and Dustin Momberket to make the feature event.
Yeah, right now he sits in position number 9, just having some problems with that concrete wall. Big slider line coming out there from, oh look out, that's the 10 of Miller, hard into the right side, into the left side there of Dixon Slinger. I was just going to say the 46 of Matthew Selby runs the big slider line. Now closing in on your race leader is the 8 of Austin Hunter. We were halfway home, now we're 7 down, 5 to run here in the final B main, the final preliminary race before our 50-lap main event. Barrett Bishop, a 6.5 of a second lead over Austin Hunter. In 2nd spot, back to Matthew Selby. He's got a similar gap back as we go yellow. Oh, yellow flag is out late in this one. Drama unfolding in this one. And oh no, look out. It's going to be the Team Outlaw Motorsports. Number 32 B Machine. BJ Duval. There's 3 wide. Colby Horner just drifts up. And well, I'll let you be the judge of that one, Alex.
Something had to give. Every time I say it, 3 wide, something has to give, and usually it never ends in a good case. As you see everyone battling, trying to get up to Dustin Momberquette for the transfer spot. These two get into it on the front straightaway, and then once more here in 1 and 2, Duval hits the wall, goes up, rides the fence a little bit there, and then collects the 15 machine as well. So both of them major damage, and that might write the end to both of their chances of making the feature event.
Alright, so the lights are out. We are green flag this time by. I was actually going to get us ready for the schedule to come up on the screen, but we can do that during the warm-up session. Green flag is back out here in the final 4 laps of tonight's B main at number 2. Hunter now has got a good run on the top side of the racetrack. Bishop works down to the slider line through 3 and 4. We go 3 wide for the minor placings. Dixon Slinger, he went right through the middle there on the exit of turn number 4. Matjoulis-Seay, Carl Miller going down low. Momberquette trying to power back through the middle of the racetrack as well. Now looks to the inside on Matjoulis-Seay. 3 wide down into 3 and 4. Make that 4 wide. Austin Hunter got into the wall. And look at Carl Miller. Look at the 22 of Casey Huggins now making his way into the show only momentarily. A lap and a bit to go, Alex.
Watch out, Casey Huggins, Benjamin Burt coming after that 6th spot right now. Huggins has him into turn 3 and 4. It's Huggins, it's Burke, it's Miller, all going at it. Who's going to take home that final transfer spot to the A-main event here? Right now, Kyle Miller has it, but Huggins, all of them battling it out. Barrett Bishop, he said, sayonara, boys, I punched my ticket already. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Barrett Bishop going to win your 2nd LCQ of the night. Austin, Hunter, Dixon, Slinger, Momberquette, Selby, and Huggins will be your unofficial top 6 to go on to the show.
Well, there it is. B-Main at number 2 is complete. We'll take a look at your official results coming up on your screen before we send it to a break. The track has just been reworked here. They'll have a fresh racetrack. They'll have a number of minutes to go out and burn it up. But Barrett Bishop will win B-Main number 2. 2nd will go to Austin Hunter, Dixon Slinger home in 3rd. Dustin Momberquette in 4th. Matjoulis-Seay rounds out the top 5. And Casey Huggins will get that 6th and final transfer spot. He will start position number 24 in tonight's main event. The drivers to go home: Benjamin Burke, Tyler Knight, BJ Duval, William Eads, Kyle Miller, and Colby Horner. With, of course, Mike Augustine, Kevin Williamson not making the call for B-Main number 2. Before we take a break, of course, take a look at the schedule and what's coming up on the program here for the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle, presented by Team Victory Lane Racing and presented by CFM Esports. Of course, week number 1 a couple of weeks ago, Volusia Speedway Park, Blake Matjoulis got the win. He would repeat a winner's circle at the Cedar Lake Speedway just last week. Can he make it a 3-peat? Can he make it a hat-trick of wins? We'll find out in probably about, half hour's time. Who will take out tonight's round before we head to Kokomo Speedway for round number 4. Round 5 will go to the Knoxville Raceway. We'll take a break and then come back on July 13th for the final race of the season at the dirt track at Charlotte. Who will take home some of the cash being up for grabs here, thanks to Victory Lane Racing, Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop, and of course CFM Esports. We'll take a quick break here on UltimateDirtTV. Come back in just a few moments' time. You are watching round number 3 of the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop, the Summer Sizzle for UMP Modifieds, presented by Team Victory Lane Racing and CFM Esports.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV and a Team Victory Lane Racing on the Facebook page. We're live across YouTube as well at Ultimate Dirt TV. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Alex Robinson for round number 3 of the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle, presented by TeamVLR.com and CFM Esports. Alex, it's time for our main event. Let's take a look at back to front with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
Starting in the 24th spot, it's the 22. That's Casey Huggins. 23rd, it's going to be the 2 of CJ Howell.
22nd is going to be Matjoulis-Seay. Position number 21, that's Jacob Leverstein.
Starting in the 20th spot, he hails from Canada. It's Dustin Momberquette. 19th, the 44, D1RT Racing, John Ruggiero Jr.
Dixon Slinger will line up outside round number 9, position number 18. To the inside, it's the Canadian, third Canadian in the field, the 91, the Felix Roy, position number 17.
Starting in the 16th spot, it's the 8, that's Austin Hunter. 15th, the 25, it's Zach McSwain.
We go to your 2 B-main winners. B-main number 2 winner, Barrett Bishop, lines up, position number 14. At a position number 13, it's the 13A B-main number 1 winner of Aiden Beerline.
Starting in the 12th spot, the 07, that's Howard Weaver. 11th, it's the 69 of Brent Carter.
Mason Love will start from position number 10. Devin Morgan will drive the 112 from position number 9.
Starting in the 8th spot, it's the 12, that's Alex Bergeron. 7th, the 34 of Paul Hollander.
Dylan Yeager will start position number 6, and Zane Yost lines up position number 5.
Damian Kiefer will start 4th. And in the 3rd spot, Team VLR, the 33, that's Evan C.
Looking for 3 in a row for round number 3. The 127 of Blake Matjoulis will start position number 2. And starting on pole for tonight's 15-lap main event, he drives the 16 for Team Victory Lane Racing. That is Jay Place. Our 50-lap main event is on the board. The Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle here from virtual Eldora Speedway. We are green. Jay Place will lead the field down into turn number 1 and 2. Matjoulis tucks in behind him. Damian Kiefer around the outside there on Evan C. Now, oh, here comes Matjoulis looking for the race lead. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Looks to slide up in front of Jay Place. Little contact there. I think he was going for the slide job. 4 wide for the race lead. Down into 1 and 2. And Evan C says thank you very much. And here comes Zane Yost out of the inside.
Zane Yost right now, folks. He's on that inside of Jay Place right now. Zane Yost shot out of a rocket on that initial start. He is up into the third spot looking for more. Evan C. Blake Matjoulis at 1 and 2 as those two go at it once more. They're keeping that battle where they left off last week and the week before. It keeps on brewing. The 127, the 33, Matjoulis-Seay going at it.
2, 3, and 4 wide racing throughout the first 15, 16 positions. It's Evan C. Just has it through 1 and 2. Back straight away. Matjoulis goes back to the race lead down into turn number 3. C works back down to the middle of the racetrack. Matjoulis on the outside. Zane Yost quickly moves into position number 3 just ahead of Jay Plays. Now here comes Paul Hollander in the 8 machine. Look at him, 2 by 2 by 2. Alex, holy cow, it is on already in the opening 5 laps. Play. Oh no, Place and Hollander come together. Hollander going to go around. Oh boy, something had to give, and it was Paul Hollander on the inside of Jay Place. First yellow of the night.
Early caution here in your A main event. Paul Hollander and Jay Place get into it there. And man, oh man, what an entertaining first 5 laps there was. Here's your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. You see it here. Look at this. Your entire top 10 right there. 3 wide they go. And something had to give. Hollander, Place get together. There's Place trying to save it. He does save it, but Hollander, on the other hand, he's going around, he's going for a ride, and he made a lot of contact with a lot of different cars.
And here it is again, down into 3. There's some contact that sent Jay Place not once but twice. Hollander goes around. Morgan gets into the front of him. Mason Lobb nowhere to go as well. Felix Roy nowhere to go. Something was destined to give, and what was given and what was unforgiven was Paul Hollander going around, and he'll go back to the pits. He'll get some running repairs on the 8 along with John Ruggiero Jr. They'll tag up the back of this field, and I'll go to positions 23 and 24. But Alex, I mean, what about the racing we've just seen over those first 5.5, nearly 6 laps of racing? 2 wide for the lead. We had 2 by 2 by 3. There was 4 wide in the mid-pack from about 13th to about 16th, maybe 17th is there as well. I mean, Eldora, we know it's a big wide racetrack. We know it can get 1 lane on the top side. But with the track reset that we just had, man, it's really opened up a whole lot of racing here tonight in the main event so far.
And you know, we said it about it. It picked off where it left off last week. Evan C. Matjoulis going at it for the lead. But then you talk about Zane Yost, Jay Place, Kiefer, Yeager, that whole top 10 going at it, that mid-pack as well through 15th, all going at it, all fighting for valuable positions early on in this feature. But the green flag back out. Matjoulis-Seay go right back where they left off before that caution. C on the top side there, Matjoulis on the bottom, side by side. You see again, 2 by 2 by 2. They're 3 wide back there, mid-pack again. So great racing already back on the restart.
I feel like I've said this once or twice before. Matjoulis and C side by side. They run first and second. Down the back straight away. They're looking to go 3 weeks in a row to where they finish 1 and 2. Matjoulis back to the race lead at the completion of lap number 8. Here comes Jay Place now. Jay Place on the inside of Evan C. and Place coming after C for second. But C gets a massive run out of turn number 2. Here comes Zane Yost following the 33 machine through 3 and 4. 2 by 2 once again for the first or the top 8 to 10 spots right now. Look at Beerline as well. Beerline solidifying himself into the top 10. Evan C. back to the race lead. Matjoulis back to second. Yost Place side by side. Kiefer and Morgan. Then you go back to Yeager and Carter. Beerline, Bergeron sneaking up into position number 10 so far. Biggest mover through the field happens to be Austin Hunter. Up 5 positions along with Dustin Mombaquette as well. He's up 5 spots.
Everyone battling again. They go 3 wide right there. That is for your 4th spot there, folks. Everyone fighting it out. That's Devin Morgan, Jay Place, Damian Kiefer. 3 wide they go as everyone is fighting. Brent Carter right there in the mix. He's going to take it to the outside of Jay Place there. Damian Kiefer on the top side as well. So again, you see the bottom, you see the middle, you see the top, all coming into play early on in this feature event. Only 12 laps in the book, and we've been going 3 wide pretty much every single lap.
Oh, look at that Selena truck stop, number 69 machine for Team Victory Lane Racing. He is up. He started in position at number 11. He is now unofficially at this stage your hard charger, but there's still plenty of racing left to go here at Eldora Speedway. Dylan Yeager, we know what kind of speed he brings to the table in that number 48 machine. He's now looking to the outside and his teammate. You see, you just see inside the top 10. Well, let's narrow it down a little bit lower than that. Our top 7, make that 8. You're looking at probably 3 drivers, so 5 of the 8 are VLR drivers. Here comes Morgan now with a slide job on Zane Yost into turns 3 and 4. Zane Yost turns it back underneath him at the line. Boy, that was tight. I think Yost may have had it by just a couple of 1,000ths of a second.
And you look back in that 5th spot, that 69 of Brent Carter. Remember last week, he set quick time. He won his heat race. He got a podium finish, trying to get back on that hot streak from last week, get another podium finish. Or can Jay Place continue it right now? He's in 8th. Can he continue the trend of quick time, win the heat race, and get a podium finish in the feature event? There's still a lot of laps left to go here. Place in the 8th spot right now, but a slide job by Devin Morgan on Zane Yost. That is for your 3rd spot, side by side there. Your battle for the 5th spot, Brent Carter, Damian Kiefer, Dylan Yeager, all going at it once more.
Yeah, where do you look? Around the big half a mile of a racetrack known as Eldora Speedway. Morgan back to the inside into turn number 3. He'll get to the cushion out of turn number 4. As you just see to the right of your screen, now the top of your screen, Blake Matjoulis trying to close in on your race leader. Yost nearly catches the inside wall in turns 1 and 2. Brent Carter around the outside, and here comes Damian Kiefer as well in the 0 machine. Carter nearly gets it into the wall there. Zane Yost went right through the middle. Yeager trying to work low. We are 19 in. We go 3 and 4 wide through turn number 1 and 2 again. Here comes Bergeron rolling the bottom side. Jay Place. He's there, he's still inside the top 10, but holy dooly. Man, these drivers are using every inch of this half a mile. 4 wide as they come off turn number 4 once again.
And right now you see there is so much action. Keep an eye on that left-hand side of the tower there and watch everyone move. Watch your favorite driver because there is so much action. Everyone is moving up and down through the field here tonight. As you see Zane Yost trying to get back into the top 5. Dylan Yeager holds on to the 5th spot. Damian Kiefer up top there. And again, that top side, bottom side, I can imagine a slider line coming in later in this feature event. And that's when it's going to get heated up, when those sliders come hot and heavy for the battle for the top 5. Dylan Yeager right now under pressure. Alex Bergeron now in the mix. He takes over momentarily there. Contact. Everyone's going to try and save it. They do save it. We stay green.
Wow, Bergeron did very, very well to save that one. Now he slips outside the top 10. Barrett Bishop up to 7th spot. How about Austin Hunter in that 8 machine? He started position number 16. He had to come through the B, one of the B mains. He finished what would have been 3rd. No, he finished 2nd in B main number 2. And now he finds himself nearly inside the top 5. 1 spot out of the top 5 right now. Sits in 6 now to the inside. 3 wide. Oh boy, Yeager made the mistake. Kiefer moved back to the inside. Now he'll get to the cushion. Hunter going to slip out of outside the top 5 as Yeager worked back through the middle of the racetrack. Kiefer and Yeager, a couple of very fast race car drivers here, battling for positions 4 and 5.
Battle for the 4th spot between Damian Kiefer, Dylan Yeager. Yeager going to throw a slide job on Kiefer. Side by side once more as Kiefer goes to the bottom. He's going to return the favor here with a short slider of his own. That 48 now has some more company because Austin Hunter on the bottom side. He goes to the inside of Dylan Yeager. Side by side, those two go. Up front, here's your battle for the 2nd spot. That's Devin Morgan, Blake Matjoulis. Again, guys who have some history, have some great racing in the past. Matjoulis with the slide job on Devin Morgan. That's the battle for the 2nd spot. But right now, the 33 is starting to pull away from the rest of the field.
Yeah, as Devin Morgan, Blake Matjoulis, starting to throw some haymakers on each other. That's allowing Evan C to slowly but surely pull away from the rest of the field. Matjoulis runs the slider line through turns 3 and 4. Evan C a 1.3 second advantage. Here comes Morgan to return the favour on Blake Matjoulis in turns 1 and 2. Matjoulis quickly turns it back underneath, and these two drivers having a ding-dong. Jim Dandy of a battle through 3 and 4. Once again, it's Eldora. Man, it's really providing the goods here. We're seeing a whole lot of slide jobs take place. Some good crossovers, some good racing throughout the field. Morgan and Matjoulis, they are letting Evan C drift away from 2nd and 3rd, and Evan C, after finishing 2nd, not once, but 2 weeks in a row to Blake Matjoulis. He was so close last week at Cedar Lake. Now he looks for redemption here with 20 to go.
You know what? I need a pitch counter just for this battle for the second spot of how many slide jobs are thrown. Speaking of it, there's another one by Devin Morgan on Matjoulis. Matjoulis goes underneath, as now it looks like Matjoulis, no, he gets to run enough on the front straightaway there to get up in the top side of the second spot once more. Devin Morgan, they're going at it, but there's Barrett Bishop now. Bishop in the 6th spot. Remember, Bishop won that LCQ, your last LCQ of the night. He is up into the 5th spot now, folks. Barrett Bishop is a man on a mission, getting by Dylan Yeager and Aiden Beerline, Austin Hunter as well, as Barrett Bishop looking sharp here in this feature event.
Yeah, both Bishop and Hunter have been really moving through the field. Hunter started in 16th. Bishop started in 14th. So they started right behind one another. They finished first and second in B main number 2, and now they work again, throwing some slide jobs on each other with 16 to go. Next time bypass the start finish line as the lap counter ticks over. We start lap number 35. Evan C, Blake Matjoulis, Devin Morgan, your top three. Damien Kiefer 4th. This is your battle for 5 and 6 between Hunter and Bishop, as Bishop now to the outside on Hunter. That's way too loud for my liking, as now here comes Dylan Yeager now, trying to make a run, trying to get back up inside the top 5. He comes right to the middle of the racetrack, but what a battle with 15 to go.
Barrett Bishop in that 5th spot right now. Damian Kiefer, Austin Hunter, Dylan Yeager right there as well. Everyone holding on to their spots, but still battling it hard. They're going to take it 3 wide once more. That's Dylan Yeager, Austin Hunter, Barrett Bishop going at it there. Look behind. You have John Ruggiero Jr., Alex Bergeron coming back in. Bergeron, remember, he had that problem. He saved it, didn't bring out a caution, but now he's back into the top 10 here. That 12 machine holds into the 9th spot. Dylan Yeager in 7th now. Again, look at these cars. Are starting to spread out, and I imagine lap traffic is on the horizon for that 33 at Evan C.
Now let's take a look and see how far he is away from lap traffic. And I don't know if we're going to actually get to lap traffic, but the gap is about 1.8 seconds. Your top 4 is spread out. The battle is on for 5, 6, 7, and now 8, because here comes John Ruggiero Jr. Ruggiero Jr. started 19th. He's up into position number 8. Yeager with a slide job there on Bishop through 1 and 2. Bishop back to the inside. They go to the middle of the racetrack. Alex, we've seen Eldora when the track gets slick. We have seen it go to the top side. The top 4 drivers, they're making the top side work. They're doing what they have to do. Sorry, Rocky. But these drivers, 5, 6, 7, and 8, they are running right through the middle. They're not game enough to go upstairs. They don't want to give an inch.
Nobody does. Caution flag is out with 10 to run. Oh, Brett Wheeler, we talked about drama in those consolations, but now featured time, 10 to run. The drama cannot be any more kicked up here. Matthew Selby, and again, they're taking it 3 wide there out of turn number 3 and 4 into turn 1, and ooh, Selby going to get a little help there, gets into the wall and hits the wall hard, is the 46 of Selby.
Well, to me, that just looked like racing deal, like he's 3 wide, just ran out of real estate. I mean, what? I'm not going to put blame on Love for that one. I think that was just tough racing, and unfortunately, Matthew Selby in that 46X machine, probably not ideal to be reversing up the racetrack while cars are still circulating around the venue, especially when the leaders were not too far away. But I mean, that now can change the aspect or the outcome of this race. But Evan C, he's been in this position once before. Blake Matjoulis, last week, it was Evan C who actually ran down Blake Matjoulis, but just couldn't quite get the job done in the final couple of laps, maybe 5 or 6 laps of the main event last week. Can Evan C, can he get redemption? Can Blake Matjoulis, if he finishes second, can the Matjoulis-Seay boys go 1 and 2 once again? Green flag set to fly. 10 laps left to go here at Eldora Speedway. Round number 3, the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle. And it is C and Matjoulis. Matjoulis right through the middle of the racetrack. Morgan goes down low, 3 wide for the race lead. But Evan C, boy, he's just too good on the top side of the racetrack.
Evan C holds on to the lead. You see that battle for third. Now they're taking it 3 wide for the third spot. Devin Morgan, Damian Kiefer, Dylan Yeager. Yeager where he's most comfortable. That's on the bottom side. They take it again. They're 3 wide for a whole lap there. And again, who is going to come home with that third spot? They've been battling it out all night long. Devin Morgan, a little contact there, but here comes Ruggiero Jr. Jr. now goes into the 4th spot, coming after Dylan Yeager.
Slide job for the race lead in 1 and 2. Matjoulis puts it on C, but C quickly says, no way. I'm not going to let you have 3 in a row. I want to go to victory lane. 7 laps to go this time by for Evan C. Can he hold on? It is 1/10 of a second between your race leader. 3 wide, Ruggiero on the outside. Yeager through the middle. Kiefer working down low. Look at him, 4 wide behind him. They're 3 and 4 wide. Alex, holy cow. Somebody stop it.
They ain't stopping it. Everyone wants to finish in the top 10. You see behind that 4 wide, they're 3 wide. Everyone battling it out right now. Howard Weaver in the mix trying to get into a top 10. Something got to give here. They're 4 wide now up there for your third spot, sorry. Barrett Bishop, Damian Kiefer, John Ruggiero Jr., Dylan Yeager, Devin Morgan. Contact in the back. Everyone trying to save it. See green here. 5 laps to run in this feature event.
Oh, somebody's going to bust a nut here tonight at Eldora. 3 wide again down the back straightaway. Ruggiero, Kiefer and Yeager. What about Barrett Bishop? From position number 14 up to position 3. John Ruggiero Jr. from 19th to 4th. Man, these boys have really been on the move. And a yellow flag will come out with 3 to run. Alex, oh my. Controversy late in this one.
Oh, let the drama begin. Let your heart start pounding even more here. Here's your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. We're going to see it back here as that all stems from a lap before even where there was contact when they were 4 wide and 3 wide everywhere else. And that stemmed all the way back to there. So again, the car goes around. That brings out the yellow and... Brett Wheeler, you might need to go visit a doctor because the heartbeat, your blood pressure might be high after this one, especially with this finish that we got brewing here with Evan C., Blake Matjoulis. That's going to be your front row on this restart. Howard Weaver now into the top 10 here as well. So keep an eye on all of these cars. Everyone's fighting for a better spot because remember, at the end of the season, these points matter. And it doesn't matter if Blake Matjoulis here, if he gets knocked off tonight, Barrett Bishop still has a chance if he can take home a win here, Ruggiero Jr. as well, because it only takes one good week for you, one bad week for another, and you can end up beating them by 1 point and taking home the money.
Well, who will take home the money? Who will take home the chocolates here tonight? The lights will go out on the iRacing.com pace truck. In what will be a 3-lap sprint to the end. Evan C. just a mile and a half away from victory lane for the first time this season. Blake Matjoulis looking for a three-peat in the opening 3 weeks. Speaking of threes, he sits in third. He drives car number 3. Is that a nice little omen for Barrett Bishop? How about the driver in 4th spot driving the 44 of John Ruggiero Jr.? Who will take out round number 3? Where green flag, Evan C. Blake Matjoulis. C gets to the top side of the racetrack. Blake Matjoulis with a slide job down into turn number 1 and 2. Not quite, but still going to hold the middle of the racetrack. Here we go. Drag race down the back straightaway. This is for the race lead, this time by 2 to run.
Look who's coming to the outside there. Ruggiero Jr., Barrett Bishop right now. They're staying pace here. Can either one of them knock it off? They're going to try and take it 3 wide there with Evan C. Blake Matjoulis, though, he at the bottom side. He looks sharp entering the corner. But here we go. It's going to come down to this. The white flag coming out this time by Barrett Bishop, John Ruggiero Jr. They're in striking distance of Evan C. Blake Matjoulis, white flag is out.
C is just half a mile away from victory lane. Ruggiero on the inside of Barrett Bishop. Here comes Matjoulis. C will do enough. He will do what he can down into turn number 3 and 4 for the first time this season. Somebody is going to be Blake Matjoulis, and it's the man that ran second in for the first 2 weeks. Evan C will get the win here at Eldora Speedway. He will take home round number 3 of the Matjoulis-Seay Summer Sizzle, thanks to Team Victory Lane Racing, and thank you to, of course, CFM Esports. Blake Matjoulis home in second. John Ruggiero Jr. home in third. Your official results coming up on your screen right now. Evan C., your winner from Blake Matjoulis. John Ruggiero Jr. in third, Barrett Bishop fourth, and Damien Kiefer going to round out your top 5.
Coming home in the 6th spot, it's Devin Morgan, Dylan Yeager in 7th, Howard Weaver in the 8th spot, Zane Yost, Felix Roy with another top 10.
11th through to 15th, there's going to be Dustin Mumbercat, Jacob Leverstein, Dixon Slinger 13th, Austin Hunter 14th, and 15th is Jay Place.
16th, it is Mason Lobb. 17th, Matthew Selby, Brent Carter in 18th, CJ Howell, and Casey Huggins in 20th.
Paul Hollander in 21st. 22nd goes to Aiden Beeline. 23rd is Zach McSwain. And the only car to finish not on the racetrack is the 12 of Alex Bergeron, home in position number 24. Alex, for the 3rd week in a row, the Matjoulis-Seay, they go 1 and 2, but this time Evan C. will finally crack and finally beat that 127 machine of Blake Matjoulis to take out round number 3.
And you know what? When we watched Evan C. right after Blake Matjoulis' heat race, I call them their counterparts of each other because back-to-back weeks, they've gone at it. They finished 1 and 2. And again, if it's not one of them winning, it's the other one. It showed here tonight with Evan C. taking home the win. But man, oh man, are you ready for next week? We're going to a bull ring, and this series getting ready to get spicy there at Kokomo Speedway.
All right, well, we are just awaiting our podium drivers to get out of the virtual cockpits of their race car. We'll chat the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, of course, 7C, Blake Matjoulis and John Ruggiero. On the other side of this, we'll take a quick break and come back with your top 3 interviews here from the virtual Eldora Speedway. All right, we are back here on UltimateDirtTV coverage of the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle. Thanks to Team Victory Lane Racing, presented by CFM Esports as well. Brett Wheeler joined the line to Alex Robinson. Alex, you're standing by in Victory Lane.
Coming home with the win tonight, the 33 Evan C. And talk about how does it feel after back-to-back weeks coming so close to the win, and now tonight knocking off the 127 to get yourself in victory lane for the first time this season.
Oh yeah, it definitely feels good. You know, we've been close the last 2 weeks, and I thought we definitely could have won last week. The track just didn't play out for us. But I knew this track would be a little bit easier to pass on than Cedar Lake, and I figured if I could just get to the lead and get a long run, we could pull away. And I didn't want to see those yellows at the end. I felt like I kind of had to take a few laps to start to pull away, and so those yellows definitely hurt me because anything can happen. But I mean, overall, we had another fast car, and just needed the track to play our way. A little bit of luck also, and get to the lead pretty clean.
And now you mentioned those late yellows, and talk about that final restart where you had Blake, you had Ruggiero, you had Bishop, you had Kiefer, all right there on your tail, all of them within striking distance there. So it wasn't just one car you had to think about. You had to think about that whole top 5 striking for the win there, but you held composure and you held on for the win.
Yeah, I mean, restart's pretty crazy here, just like in real life. I mean, the track's so wide, and you never know what line is maybe going to get you to the lead coming out of 2. And, the top got pretty rough under the turns there, so it was pretty easy to get tight and get into the wall. So, a lot of things can go wrong here if you're leading on a restart at Eldora. But, luckily we was able to get some clean restarts there and, just, get to the lead and, then putting out some clean laps after that and not make any mistakes. Because, like I said, definitely didn't want to get into the wall there and, just give it up.
Well, now we know you got a lot of great sponsors backing up that number 33 machine. Take some time and thank all the great people behind that car.
Oh, yeah, just everybody at Team VLR, CFM Esports, ShopFergie22.com, Selena Truck Stop, Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop, and go check them out for, best dirt setups on iRacing, pros, supers, UMPs, big blocks. Factory Defense, Howard Weaver, just everybody that helps out, and thank y'all guys for doing the broadcast for us each week, and everybody that helps put on this series.
That is your winner, the 33 of Evan C. Brett Wheeler, you're catching up with one of your great friends, the 127 of Blake Matjoulis.
Yeah, no doubt he would be disappointed with the result, not able to get the win, but so far he's had 2 wins and now second place. He couldn't get the 3P done here tonight, but I tell you what, he certainly made Evan C. work for it. Blake Matjoulis home in second spot. Blake, congratulations on second spot. And one that sort of got away from there at the end, but man, you certainly had your chances late in that race.
Yeah, definitely. We were really, really fast there at the end. Just, a few mistakes early on, let him pull away, which, I knew if we got a restart, I'd be all right, and that was just the case. I mean, we were just as fast, if not faster, most of the time, and it was so hard to pass. Every time I'd get a run off 3, and I'd have to throw something in 1 and 2, and he had more momentum built up in 1 and 2, and it was just going to be hard to get it done. So, I mean, it is what it is, but very close second, so can't complain as far as points go.
A track like Eldora here on the iRacing.com service, you generally can get 1 lane on the top side. Tonight, it didn't at all seem like that. Especially late in the race, as you said, that last restart, you're able to make that middle side work. But from your point in the cockpit of that race car, how did the track play out into your hands?
No, I thought it was good. I'm not complaining about the track. It was just tough to pass. The track was good, I thought. You could run, I tried bottom was just as fast, middle just as fast, cut down was good. I think the top slowed down a lot there at the end pretty severely, and, that's something you don't see here. So, hopefully, races like that keep on going here, and this place doesn't disappoint because, back previous builds, the top was just so fast, and it's nice to see the track the way it was tonight.
Well, for the 3rd week in a row, the Matjoulis-Seay boys go 1 and 2, but this time it's C who gets the job done over Blake Matjoulis here tonight. As I said, over the first 3 weeks, you guys have really been the dominant force and obviously been the title sponsor. You guys have got something to, not so much something to prove, but you guys want to prove to the drivers as well that you guys, although you guys are the title sponsor, you guys are out here running for that cash as well.
Oh yeah, no doubt. That came about a couple months ago. To come apart with VLR, it's pretty cool to put on a series like this. We've been getting good turnouts, and hopefully we keep this momentum going and keep proving points.
Well, as we all know, mate, as you can see, look here on the replay here, a nice looking hot rod, a lot of good sponsors on the side of this race car. You're a badass behind the wheel. Blake, an opportunity to thank the sponsors and people that help you week in and week out, mate.
I appreciate it. Represent Limited, Team Diaz, Nick Diaz Academy, Reliable Energy Solutions, Game Up Nutrition, ML Performance, Chris Ferguson Motorsports, CD Cinematography, BK Designs, Showtime Decals and Apparel, Design 75 for the sweet looking hot rod, Race XR, Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop, go check that out, CFMesports.com. We got setups for just about every dirt car on the sim, so go check that out. Like I said, 127 Industries, you guys for broadcasting, I appreciate your time very much and everybody that watched.
All right, Blake Matjoulis home in the runner-up position. Alex Robinson, you're standing by with our 3rd place finisher and officially our hard charger here this evening.
Coming home in 3rd, and man, I've been talking to this guy a lot lately, the 44, John Ruggiero Jr., and another strong run there, but you had to come down to a final turn pass against Barrett Bishop there for this podium finish. So take us through those final 3-4 laps there when he was putting on the pressure and you had to make that final move.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had that caution with 3 or 4 to go. And I was in 4th, and I had a feeling if I got a good start, I'd be all right. And, of course, I didn't get a good start, so I felt behind the 8 ball. But continued to roll the middle like I'd done the whole race. And thankfully, coming to the line, was able to get by him. But all in all, it was a phenomenal race. I had a blast, and, yeah, that was fun.
And now, another good run for you this week here. And now you got to carry that hot streak going into next week. A small bull ring at Kokomo. What's going to be the game plan now after a podium here? And you can run with Evan and Blake. What's the game plan going into next week?
I was certainly going to make sure I practice enough to get a setup that I'm comfortable with to unload and to obviously start the future with. But Kokomo is so interesting. I feel like with the new build, obviously the top's fast like it's always been, but I really believe that next week you're going to see the middle and the bottom will be there, but I really, really believe I'm going to work on something for the middle and just hope for the best. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but I think I'm going to continue that and it's been working for me lately. So we're going to see if we can get it done again.
Well, we know that 44 machine couldn't get it done just by yourself. Thank all those great people who are back in that 44.
D1RT Racing, all the guys over at D1RT, Matt Logan, Emma Performance, Cole Cabre, Paul Holander, Scooter Black, just Jerry Filippo, the guys that help each week and get on, spend some time with me and kind of help build setups. I can't thank them enough. And obviously it's paying off. So I thank them. I want to thank you guys for the broadcast. It's always really fun to go back and watch and hear the commentary. You guys do a fantastic job. And I just want to thank VLR for putting this deal together. It's a lot of fun to come out here and race, and I look forward to the next coming weeks.
Well, Brett, that was your third place finisher, the 44 of John Ruggiero Jr.
One thing I want to touch on just then, I was just listening to what he was saying. He was saying that he reckons the middle is going to come in at Kokomo. That is very interesting in the UMP modifier because it's either on the top or it's down low. I don't think I've ever seen a middle come in at Kokomo, so I'm looking forward to next week already, Alex.
Oh, you know, Kokomo's home to what they call the Kokomo Smackdown. And when you got the caliber of drivers here, no matter what car you put these guys in, it's always going to be a Smackdown at that small track. They're going to be feisty. And again, Eldora showed it tonight. Everyone thinks, oh, coming into Eldora, it's always a top dominant track. But you never knew that bottom side was there, the middle, the slider was there. Everything worked here tonight for some of these drivers. Who knows? Next week we could have that bottom. We could have the middle. I could see some haymakers being thrown as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, next week, Kokomo Speedway is going to be fun.
Certainly is. June 22nd, place host to round number 4 of the Matjoulis-Seay Speed Shop Summer Sizzle presented by Team Victory Lane Racing and CFM Esports. Round number 4 at Kokomo Speedway. Can the Matjoulis-Seay boys go 1 and 2 for the 4th week in a row? Will someone break the cycle? Can someone new find Victory Lane? Will break Matjoulis, find redemption? We'll find out 8 o'clock Eastern next week. A big thank you to, of course, Alex Robinson and the entire team here, the entire team at Team VLR, and of course the entire team behind the scenes at CFM Esports for allowing us the opportunity to call the action again next week. Round number 4 from Kokomo Speedway before we go to Knoxville, followed by July 13th, the season finale at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. Until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, on behalf of Alex Robinson, this is Brett Wheeler signing up, saying good night. We'll see you next week.